email because she says her yeah.
I don't have a personal email, so if one of you guys have that, y'all might want to send that one to her.
Okay, she says now that she has Janelle's.
Okay, good.
Okay, so real soon here, it pop up. It says the meeting is for authorized attendees only. That's what she's getting.
And now I can't get the picture back, so I'm going to log out and come back in.
Oh, we see you. Or no.
Yeah, I see.
No, I didn't mean, Janelle thought she wasn't on there, but we see her. But
Well, since we're going to be going into closed session, I think I need to be able to.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She should be authorized.
Okay, there I'm back.
I don't know why she's not authorized, and I don't know who can do it. Or do we got anybody on there that can do it?
Well, where is Latrice?
She's out of town, I believe. She has had a death in the family and won't be in for 10 days from the end.
Oh, I see.
There you are, Ruby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Okay, there you are. Oh, thank goodness.
Holy. Well, thank you, Janelle. It is.
Yeah. Sorry it took so long.
Okay, should I put us in at 12:07 here?
I have the agenda right here. I said I'm clicking the agenda. I was clicking the link on the agenda. It's not working. And I tried to type those little letters and characters on the web page, and it's not. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. Should we go down the attendance here?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Boyd.
Here.
Commissioner Guster.
Here.
Commissioner Karp.
Here.
Commissioner Bati
Recording in progress.
Here.
Commissioner Pecora.
Here.
Commissioner Swanberg.
Here.
And Commissioner Transu. We're all here.
All right. I apologize for that hiccup. All right. We can move on to approving the agenda today.
I think that I had asked that a financial report be included as a part of the director's monthly report, and I don't know why it isn't on. Maybe it's going to happen without it being voted on, or I don't know, but it's not on the agenda. So
I remember you asking for it. Yes. So if it's not there, do we want to? I guess we just have to make sure that it's there for next month.
Okay.
Jeff, do you mind taking a note for that? That we want to see the financial report added to the director's report starting next month.
Okay.
All right. So do we have a motion for our agenda for today?
I move that the agenda as amended be approved.
Okay, I'll second it.
All right. Thank you. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Anybody opposed? All right, so the agenda for today is approved.
So just to clarify, Ethelene, was your motion to amend the agenda to include the financial report? And then we'll vote on that and as a part of new business?
I thought we're just approving this agenda, but I know Jeff took a note saying that we want the financial report as part of the director's report starting next month. I don't know. Is that a separate motion that we have to do?
Well, as I understood Ethelene's motion, she moved the approval of the agenda as amended. So I'm asking what the amendment is. And I thought it would be to
Add to next month's meeting the financial report.
So
So it
that's
isn't
for
really-
next month's agenda,
so
right?
it isn't really a change to this month's agenda.
Right.
Okay.
So do we have to?
However,
What should I have said?
no, however, as we've discussed before, on topics to be discussed on the agenda have to be called for the month before.
And I did.
Yeah, and you
Did last
did.
month.
Was that, I'm sorry, was that in the minutes? I don't remember.
It was in the minutes, I believe, either last month or the month before.
Would have been last month.
It was last month.
Yeah.
So we just have to make sure that.
So I think it needs to be on the agenda today, I think. I mean,
Okay. So do we have to amend this one since it was?
well, that's what I thought the amendment was. That's why I voted for it.
Well, when we look at the minutes next here, it's gonna say on there, because I remember typing it up, that that was one of the things we voted on, actually, that we're gonna do.
August
I
10th.
I thought it was one of the things we voted on.
So if we just amend the minutes, the agenda to include the financial report, and then when we get to that point, say it's not available, it will,
Okay.
it's not available, and it should be made available next month.
Okay.
Well, and the reason that I wanted it on the agenda was so that we could vote to have that included every meeting. That's what I wanted to vote on.
I think we need to take that up and stuff, to look at the pros and cons. I don't doubt that we need to look at a financial report. I don't know if we need to take up time to have a financial report every meeting and stuff, but and in
All
what
the other
format,
boards do that.
what format it should be in and stuff, and how in depth it should be and things of that nature. So I agree with Janelle that we should do that, but I think we ought to at least discuss it.
Well, and we can certainly discuss it. I mean, so Mike, are you saying you don't want to discuss it today?
Yes, we can discuss it today because we've amended to put it on there today.
Yeah, okay.
And then let's discuss what type of format we
Sure.
want it in and stuff, and
Yeah,
if we need it monthly, and what is the rationale for a monthly financial report? Because I don't know of any other organization that might do a financial report every month and stuff. So, and what we're looking for. So that's all I want to be kind of made abreast of. Thanks.
So if we're amending this, where should it be?
would it be new business?
Yes.
So new business. Okay. When we get there, hopefully I remember. Okay. So Ethelene, motion to amend agenda for today. right, to include the financial report item under new business. And then that was second by
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yeah,
and everybody in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Anybody opposed? Nope. All right. So the agenda is approved as amended. And then we can look at the minutes for August.
let's see, do you have them up there? Cause I'm not seeing that.
The what? I'm sorry.
Oh, are you putting them up there right now?
If I
Oh.
can share,
There we go. All right. I was just thinking,
there you
okay,
go.
September.
We'll do August 1st, and then we'll do September. All right. August. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the August minutes.
I second the motion.
All right. Any discussion on that? Oh, everybody in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Okay, so the August minutes are approved as published. And then we can move on to the September minutes.
Oh, what are they saying?
I'm pulling it
I
out.
got some in my ear. And then
Oh, you're up. Public comment, Laura Rodriguez.
All right, September minutes.
you are not.
Whoever's handling this here, this Zoom need to make sure that all of the participants are muted and can't unmute.
They are muted.
Okay, thanks.
I move the approval of the September minutes.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? No? Everybody in favor of approving September minutes, say aye.
Aye.
I,
All right. Anybody opposed? Okay, September minutes approved as published. And then we move on to the director's report. You gonna present this, Cody?
I believe Anjanette from our office is going to do that. I'm just running the meeting.
Okay. Is Anjanette here?
she was earlier.
Yeah, she is here. I know earlier she was having audio issues, so I don't know if she's still having those or not.
They shouldn't have.
I think you're muted. No?
Yeah, I can't hear her either.
She's having audio issues, guys. 1 second, we're working on it.
Maybe Cody muted everybody.
Guys, Anjanette is gonna call into the meeting because she's having audio issues with her computer, so it'll be just a moment.
Thank you, Cody.
Yep.
Oh, man.
How are you?
Hi.
I want to start. That's why.
She's calling in.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Hello?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh my gosh. I checked my speakers and it's like they default back to the original, what they were before. I don't know why it does that. So I wondered why I was talking and no one was responding to me earlier. The director told me regarding the director's report that she will present it next time, the next meeting that you have.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
So we can move on to new business and, oh, why is it echoing? I know we added a financial report there. Should we do the financial report first discussion before this case?
Does Anjanette have anything to report?
You mean Anjanelle?
I don't.
Yeah, she said, she said, it's gonna be presented next week, next month.
She doesn't have any news or anything from the director to report.
No.
Apparently not.
So we move on to new business. So do we want to discuss the financial report now? Since we added that under the new business.
Okay.
Okay.
And, the reason that I wanted it added, I think it's a common practice for boards and commissions to receive. It doesn't have to be terribly, detailed, but, we have a responsibility of oversight over our director, and she has certainly fiscal responsibilities with regard to the budget. So it just seems to make sense, and it doesn't have to be a terribly long presentation, but it does seem to make sense for us to at least, be apprised of where we are with respect to the budget. And I realize it's on the website, but certainly I think we could, look to our director to provide us any highlights, things that she would note. If there are any questions, those can be entertained. And I don't think it has to be a long, big deal, but I do think it would be a good practice. So that's what I would like to see. I don't know what others think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the other boards and commissions that I've been in, we usually have a financial report, discussion every month. Not real detailed, but just looking at, the expenses and what's coming in every month, as well as where we, where the budget is currently at with regards to the annual budget. So I think that's a good call, Janelle.
Is there something that has happened to cause for concerns?
No, I think it's something that, would be a good idea. I mean, when I look at the budget on the website, or when I look at the financial situation on the website, it looks like we're very much on track, but I just think through time, it would be a good idea.
The question that I would ask is that we spend a tremendous amount of time in these meetings. And is that something that, already with an understaffed agency, is that something that we want to burden them down with on a monthly basis? And guys, I say that from the perspective of what does it give us outside the information that's already on the website?
Well, again, I mean, I think we have an oversight responsibility, so I think it should be on our agenda. I think we should, take a look at it. I'm not sure that everybody is taking a look at it on the website, so I think it should be on our agenda, and I think we should have it in front of us, and it shouldn't take very much time at all.
I agree with you now. I've been on several organizations, boards of several organizations in our community and in other communities. And in every single one of them, there has been a monthly treasurer's report. Based on the balance sheet, it shows what the budget is, where the spending is, where we're over budget, where we're under budget, where we had additional spending that was not planned for, and that we as the commission have a responsibility to be aware of these things and to be able to discuss them in our meetings, so that we have a going handle on this. So it doesn't like that. Those reports are not necessarily lengthy unless there is some sort of financial issues that are problematic. Otherwise, they're pretty quick. And the balance sheet that's to be reviewed should be included in the packet, so that we have a chance to look at the monthly balance sheet in advance and bring it up on the screen. And any questions, anything that we should note, like whether we're spending more here than we had anticipated and why, or we are not spending as much here in this area and why, so we can be on top of it. And that's the responsibility of a board, and in our case, a commission.
Well, let me just weigh in once again, guys, and I don't disagree with accountability or anything like that. It is clearly displayed on the web, and if there is a discrepancy, certainly we have the opportunity to weigh in on that. And so, where I disagree with the fact that we don't have insight on what's being spent and what's not being spent. And so I think, I guess I'm trying to find out what exactly is we looking at that's not on the website. And guys, I'll tell you right quick, once again, I can be in a room with 100 people, 99 can agree to want something, and if I feel very strongly against something, you're going to hear my defense of it, or how I object to something, simply because of the rationale of whether something is a need, or is it something that is prompting from outside of some other source or something. And I'm not claiming that here, but my rationale is, why do we present something else to the agenda that is there on the website that we can clearly see, that we can go to like any other citizen and pull the information, and if there is something wrong, we can put it on the agenda. So, that's my position, and I just, disagree with the fact that it's not already being presented to the public on the webpage. So, in a manner that everybody can see it. So, we spend a lot of time in these meetings on a lot of things that, to me, don't mount to. Let me just say, we could bypass it. I'm just trying to find out what is not being reported on the financial report on the webpage.
Mike, we can go to the webpage and look at it, but we can't discuss it. I mean, there's the open meetings law. I mean, if you see something on the webpage and you want to say what's going on here with the other board members, we can't do that. And this is the only opportunity where the commission can get together and discuss financial issues as a commission, without having to violate the open meetings law.
Well, we can certainly, Henry. I mean, I don't want to do it monthly. I tell you, I'm just so sick of lengthy discussions on things that don't mean anything, really. I mean, when we already have a source for something, why create something else? And I mean, I'm willing to look at it on a quarterly basis because the information is there on the website on a monthly basis. But I don't think there's a need to look at it on a monthly basis. I really don't. I mean, I just don't see the benefit when the information is displayed clearly, where we can go out there and pull whatever we want out of there and do it on a quarterly versus a monthly.
Did we not look at something with the report this past season? For some reason, it's fresh in my mind where we were standing in terms, and where the other committees or organizations in our city were standing. I remember seeing that in the last couple of months. What was that?
When we were discussing, I believe that's when we were discussing, about us asking for more from the city. And that again will, looking at it on a monthly basis, at least we'll have an idea of where we're short, where the overspending is. And like what, Rabbi Karp and Janelle said, that every other board that I've, served at, there is always a monthly, balance sheet report, that informs everybody. I mean, we can take a look at it and say, okay, there's no questions, and then we just move on. But at least we look at it as a group instead of individuals going into the website.
Can I just interrupt for a second? This is Anjanette. And if this was something that we're discussing based on changing the agenda this morning, is that correct?
Now, this was approved to be included in that new business.
So the public hasn't technically gotten notice that this is going to be discussed today?
It was actually discussed last month to be added into the agenda this month. We just didn't see it on the agenda. So we approved it earlier.
The only time you can amend an agenda to add something on the day of is if it's like an emergency.
No, we discussed it last month that this will be added to this month's agenda. It just wasn't there earlier.
Okay.
So.
Let me weigh in one more time here, guys, and we talk about a report not being made and we can't discuss it and stuff, and Guys, I hate duplication. I mean, it irks me to see duplication of effort. I mean, why go through the effort to put it out on the web page? Because I guess it's a requirement, first of all. And why can't we as commissioners go out there and look at it and discuss it on a quarterly basis? I get so tired here in this here space where it's you or me, or we seem like we are fighting or we are debating each other and stuff, and it's just, and probably to the point where it's mentally wearing. And so, guys, you say you want a report that's already being reported on the city's webpage. You want to hear it and discuss it. And when there is nothing wrong, I mean, if there is something wrong, clearly, you can put it on the agenda to be discussed. But just to do it just because somebody else is doing it, guys, it don't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I understand. I've been on boards. I'm on boards. I'm in an organization. I get a monthly review of financials and stuff, but it's not on my website. It's not on some type of media that where you can go and look at it and find out what your position, your financial position is. And so, and while I particularly don't mind a reporting process, but I just hate duplication of effort when we have the scarce resources that we have in this office already. We act like we got about 15 people in this office down there and stuff to do work that they are clearly don't have time to do now to pump out cases, issues, complaints that they have in this community, race discrimination and things of that nature. And so we want the director to come and report on a financial that's already displayed on the city's website. So I'll shut up so we can move on.
I apologize if it didn't get, it probably was sent to Beth. I'm not sure how it didn't get included, but if it's not on the agenda, it really shouldn't be discussed. That's a violation of the law, and you can't just amend something to add it, even if it was discussed last month, to be put on there, because it wasn't put on there. So I would just, again, caution you about discussing it when it wasn't on the agenda. I know that.
Well, let's make sure, thank you, Anjanette. Let's just make sure, let's make certain that this is on the agenda. And, you know, if this is going to be, you know, if I ask that things be put on the agenda and then they're not on the agenda, I don't know what our process is. So I think there needs to be an agenda generated. And, you know, if that isn't provided to me ahead of time, I don't know how I can make sure that it's going to be on the agenda.
Okay,
so
correct.
Is the proposed agenda, is that available to me as a commissioner ahead of the meeting so that I can make sure that items that I want to be on it are on it?
That would be a Beth question. I can definitely ask her, because I don't know how that works. But
are you able to ask her now?
I can try to send her a text.
Hey, Angela, and the second thing is that the minutes is a public record and stuff, and it was asked in the public record that Janelle add that to this particular meeting. So it's not like that it was not a public record where this was not requested to be on the agenda. So this is just a formality that we've done to make sure that it get here so that we can discuss it. So I don't view that as being something illegal.
Well, and Mike, I think that's right. I mean, I think the public has notice of it by the minutes, and the minutes were approved. So
Beth says the process is that she asks the chair and the co-chair what to put on the agenda.
I didn't get anything.
I got something yesterday. Okay? And at the me a chance, and first of all, I can't really confer with all the members of the commission to find out, if there's anything that they find missing. And getting an email the day before the meeting saying, is there anything you want to add to the agenda, is not sufficient notice.
Especially when the agenda needs to be out at, by noon yesterday.
So I'll have to agree with that. We have to have ample time, or we have to either set up something where we submit what we need on the agenda at a particular time before it is published to make that happen. In this particular case, I think we are fine. It was discussed publicly, and I think we're good to go, and I think we ought to proceed and get this out of the way, guys. And so, I understand everybody's concern, but it's up to us as commissions to go ahead and make a decision to proceed. I can tell you that, guys, moving forward, there has to be ample time to get information on the agenda.
And Beth says that you guys can send it to her at any time. She doesn't attend the meeting, so whenever you can send her the things and any items that you want listed on there.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know, but still, until we see that, we can't recommend changes in the agenda if we don't see the agenda in time. I mean, we should be seeing the agenda a week in advance so that we can.
Okay.
And
Does it have to be the chair? It has to be the chair or the co-chair, and I'll let her know that that you'd like to see the agenda earlier.
I personally believe that every member of the commission ought to receive a copy of the agenda in advance.
The proposed agenda.
The proposed agenda in advance, not just the chair and the co-chair. I think everyone ought to see it so that they can, so they have concerns about what is and is not on the agenda, they can bring them up. Yeah,
And then if
agenda amended.
I can make a suggestion, I know we discussed additional agenda for next month at the end of the meeting. If we can just make a list at the bottom, so when we send that to Beth, Jeff, at least she has like a visual, to add on to the agenda.
Okay, yeah.
Do we have a motion on the floor about the
Financial.
No.
I will make one. I move that given the fiscal oversight obligations of the commission, that the director's monthly report include a financial report.
Well, we're not at the questions yet.
I will second that.
Okay. Any other discussion on that?
Yes.
I thought we
Yes.
did that one already.
Yes. Yes. So that
Let's see.
we make sure that we are in concert with the law and stuff, I think we ought to move the vote to the next meeting and vote on it at that time. I think we're okay, but I really think we ought to just move the vote to the next meeting. I mean, you guys, we can do what we want to do here, but to cover down and stuff and make sure that we are meeting the threshold of the law with things being on the agenda and stuff, the vote probably ought to go, be moved to next month, be postponed to next month.
Why can't we vote why can't we vote on it today? I didn't get it.
Because we have had a member from the director's office advise us that we may be violating the law. We may be. That's why we should probably hold to next month to make the vote. We can do it, you guys. I mean, I made my point a few minutes ago. I mean, the discussion is there. I think we're good to go. But the question is here, so I made it. So proceed.
I think we've
Well, I will-
established earlier. Go
I
ahead.
will withdraw my motion. Let's make sure that this is on the agenda next month. I think we've had a thoroughgoing discussion. I think we will be ready to consider a motion and vote at the next meeting. There's no rush about this. But it's something that needs to happen in my view. So I'm happy withdrawing my motion and making rock solid sure that it is on the agenda for the November meeting.
Why don't you just amend your motion and place it on the agenda for next meeting? Because, otherwise you have to start with a new motion at the next meeting. And then we say we can't have it, because it wasn't on the agenda. So just amend your, Janelle, just say, make your motion to place this motion on the agenda for the next.
Fine. My motion as articulated.
Sorry, I think we've established already that we all agree that it should be in the agenda. So we just formalized it earlier. So it's like we're going back to what we're going back to, it's not on the agenda.
We
This
only
is
have
not,
the
this is not a consensus item. We need to vote on it.
We need to vote on it, so I will amend my motion and ask that it be voted, that it be included in the November agenda so that it can be voted on at the November meeting.
And as the person who seconded that motion, I approve the amendment.
So I do have a question. So if we're adding that to the next month's agenda, are we only looking at October then? The balance sheet for October?
The motion is that we have a monthly financial report.
Right.
So it's not just October.
Well, I mean, if we vote on it for November, so we're looking at October, is that what, I just wanted to make sure.
We can discuss that more at next month's meeting about what we want the financial report, if we want to put a finer touch on it, we can discuss that at next month's meeting. That's where it apparently is going to belong, so.
Yeah.
So we're not looking at receiving a financial report.
No, we haven't voted on it yet.
No.
Can we just, I'm going to call a question. We've been doing this for about almost an hour now.
We have
Let's just get this determined.
Go ahead, Robbie Carp.
I call a question on Janelle's motion that we place this on the agenda for next meeting.
Right, so we have a motion, we have a second. No other discussion? All right, everybody in favor of the motion on the floor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed?
Is there one opposed?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so motion is passed. We only have one, right, Jeff?
Yes, just one.
Okay, motion is passed. Okay. So we can move on to that employment case under new business. Who's going to give us a background for this one?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this one, the director has asked to, go ahead and table it since she's not present, today.
So moved.
Okay.
You got that, Jeff?
Okay, who moved it?
Janelle.
Janelle.
Janelle. Okay. Henry
Somebody
second.
seconded it.
I didn't second it.
Oh, you did.
I did.
And it was Drew, who
Mike did.
Mike, okay.
All right. So we can, do we have to vote on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, all right. So everybody in favor of moving that, case to the next meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Okay.
We move on to old business commission meeting format.
I move that the next meeting be held via Zoom.
Oh, this is the standing one. Okay.
I second.
Everybody in favor of that, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? All right. Motion carries. Next one is Title VI, Compliance Recommendation.
And I asked Ms. Lacy about this, and she asked that this be the only other one that's tabled so that she can be present for it.
So move.
Second.
Everybody in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Okay. Motion carries. Next one on the agenda is Commissioner Training.
Do we have any communication from Director Lacy on the commissioner training?
No, I think this had to do with possible dates or something. I'm not sure. No, she didn't give me anything on this.
Okay, so this will be moved to.
I don't remember if you guys recall what it was about, but I think it was about maybe possible dates available. I'm not sure.
We cannot, we cannot really move forward with this without Director Lacy's input, because she is a key player in the provision of training.
I don't have a date for the.
Do I remember? Go ahead, Ethel.
No, I do remember something being sent to us about an upcoming training, but I don't remember the date or anything.
Well, at the last meeting, if I'm not getting these things confused, there was discussion about inviting the members of the city council to join us in that training.
Mm-hmm. There was.
It was supposed to be like a doodle poll.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so a doodle poll should have been sent out.
Yeah, well, that's what I kind of remember that, and that was in the minutes.
It was at least discussed. Now, whether she was going to send them out or not, I don't know.
It's probably in August.
So let's table this conversation to the November meeting when
All right.
Director Lacy will be here.
Okay. Do we have to vote on this too?
Yeah, I think.
I moved that it be tabled.
So I do have a question. So we're trying to approve the agenda at the beginning of the meeting, right? And we already know, at least some of us already know, that these items are not going to be discussed. Should we have that already approved at the beginning of the meeting and just go through the things that are to be discussed and not the ones that are not available?
Well, then we would be spending a lot of time in the beginning of the meeting when we approve the agenda to discuss whether or not we should move on this without, and in a case like today, without the input, without the participation of Director Lacy. So we're gonna have a discussion either then or now. So, but I say, keep it in the place on the agenda and then table it. But if we feel, if we feel that our input is essential to moving forward on that item.
I agree.
All right. So everybody in favor of moving that commissioner training discussion?
Okay, first of all, is there somebody that made a motion and a second on this first?
I will move.
Because I didn't.
And I will second
Oh,
tabling the commissioner training.
Okay.
so everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, so commissioner training will be moved to the agenda next month. Next, annual report. What is this about?
Well, I think it's about the fact that our website on the city website doesn't have any of our annual reports after 2017. And I think it would be nice if the public could view them on the website. And I don't know if anyone was going to look into that. I don't know what the.
I remember Latrice saying that we don't have access to post that on the agenda, on the website. Am I correct?
I think, yeah, I remember in the minutes, Cody was saying that somebody,
Yeah, guys, I can.
okay, yeah.
So they're now there?
There was a staff member at the IT department who is no longer there. We were not notified of that, but I was reaching out to him for additional training and login information for the website. After the last month's commission meeting, they reached out and we were able to get it straightened out, so everything's on there.
Great. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So now it's updated, Cody?
That's what he said, yes.
Yeah, the
Yes.
website
Okay.
has all the reports, and then everything else is updated. Yes.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Next item is police reforms proposal follow-up.
Well, yeah. As we discussed at the last meeting, yeah, as found in the minutes of the last meeting, on this issue. Where is it here? Where's the police appearance? The whole issue was concerned about the public being able to report report police misconduct to the commission, and Director Lacy stated that the public can report misconduct to the commission, as we are a conduit for police complaints. So if that's where we left it, and I believe that is where we left it, then and if we're going to follow through on that, to make ourselves available conduit for complaints of police misconduct, then we need to pursue a way of getting that message out to the public, so that they know that if they are feeling uncomfortable about reporting police misconduct to the police department, they can report it to us, and we can serve as that conduit to make the police department aware of this misconduct, and so that they can act upon it. But if the public doesn't know, then saying that we're a conduit and doing nothing about it is meaningless.
One of the things we've done is that, you know how you can go into the outer part of the office and get complaints like housing and education, there is, one for law enforcement out there in that area now. So I know that's not exactly what you're talking about, but I did want to let you know that they are available out there now. So if someone knows they're there, they can come in and get them.
And have any been submitted?
I'm not sure. I know that since I've been here, have always gotten quite a few, and then we send them off to where they need to go. Lately, I don't know that we might have, but I'm not always the one that gets them, so I really wouldn't be able to answer that. But I do know that we've always received them. As far as notifying the public more of that being an option, that's for you guys to decide how you could do that.
What about, I don't know what Robert Karp is suggesting, but is it possible for us to, put it on social media, letting everybody know that they can, they can do that. They can report to us. Because I know going to the city hall and, getting a paper and then, it's a little bit more difficult than just seeing it online. Everybody follows the Civil Rights Commission on Facebook or wherever else. And then it'll definitely reach more people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not in charge of the website, but we can certainly, I don't know why we wouldn't be able to put it up there.
No, not the website, but the Facebook page, the Civil Rights Commission. I'm not sure who's responsible for posting there, but that could be one way that we can let the public know that they're able to, send those reports to us.
But you don't mean submitting them through online? Just letting them know they're in our office.
Yes,
correct?
Because they can.
Okay.
Yeah. Not unless they can fill out a form online, but that will need a little bit more work. But at least getting the information out there, I think, is what Rabbi Karp is talking about. So what do we do here?
Oh, yeah,
You want to table it so that the director can be involved in the conversation about that too, or?
well, I think the director is now on the same page as we are when she said last month that we can be and are a conduit to the police department concerning these complaints. If they come in and they get sent out to, for example, the Iowa Civil Rights Commission, and that's it, then then we're not being a conduit to the police department. We're being a conduit to the Iowa Civil Rights Commission to deal with these complaints. But we should at least, but if we are a conduit to the police department, then we need to be able to make these complaints known to the police department. That there's been a complaint about this officer or that officer, and this is what the nature of that complaint has been. So they give the police department an opportunity to address these issues. And if they don't address them, then we gotta send it off to the Iowa Civil Rights Commission to pursue legal action.
Any other discussion on this? No? So I'm sure we're gonna talk about this again next month. What we want to see and how that information is gonna go out there.
Okay. I'd like to have, Latrice involved in this conversation.
Okay. Next item, Commissioner Communication Update.
Is that with me? And
Not sure.
the mediation team has been made aware of a problem with the commissioner, with the commissioner attending and not attending a scheduled meeting, and so they're needing to reschedule a follow-up meeting. So they're in the process of doing that.
Okay. That's it?
No,
Okay.
no, part of that is also the other subcommittee with as we see in the last month's minutes. Mike, you want to talk about our, what's going on between our committee of you, Jeff, and I, and the mayor and city administrator?
I'll say this here is that we three need to sit back down and talk and stuff, and I need to get with Jeff and see what's a good time for him and stuff, and I'll send a communication out with you guys and stuff. I got your time and stuff, but I didn't hear back from Jeff this last time. I got busy on some other stuff, and then double back to send Jeff another email or give him a call. And then I wanted to also speak back with the director, but she had some things going on with her case, and then this particular incident with death in her family. And so I want to wait until she gets back to continue the process. So that's where we're at. Unless you want to expound on something else, Henry.
No, I think that, we have it on the agenda, so we need to have an update where that stands. And when there's progress, we can report on progress.
Okay. So we can open the floor for public comment.
I would like to make a statement before
Okay.
before we go into public comment. I hope that let me just say I'm a bit frustrated today, and I think we as commissioners owe it to ourselves and the community to do just a little bit better in what we are doing. I'm frustrated by the fact that the inability to get some things done in a more concerted effort and a more timely fashion. And I will tell you that I'm frustrated to the point where I'm tired of wasting my time here on this here commission. I don't know if I'm doing anything tangible to help or to do anything tangible that helps the community, and I don't see that. And when I don't find that, it just puts me in a place where I don't want to be somewhere. And so I hope that maybe the next couple of months that through a working training that we can get together and maybe look from within the commission on how we can conduct business better and how we can do a better service for the community. When I look at the office, I haven't heard anybody say anything about increased personnel to perform this mission. But I've heard several things about added work to add to this commissioner staff. That bothers me. And so I want you guys to know that I have that concern. And when I find myself not useful somewhere, I tell you, I have to disappear. I mean, I can't stay somewhere where we're stagnating and not doing the public any service. Thank you.
Do we want to acknowledge the death in our director's family in some way?
Yes.
I think we should, yeah.
Okay, well, can I take a small plant over to her from the commissioners or the staff?
That would be nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you.
She and her family will be in our prayers, all of us, I'm sure.
I'll see that something is taken to her.
Thank you, Ethelene.
Anthony, let me know what your costs involved with that. I'll be glad to contribute. Thank you.
Me too.
Same here.
Yeah.
I guess you can just send that to everybody.
Yeah.
Will all help.
All right. So we can move on to public comment. If there's anybody.
Yeah, I have a comment.
Oh, echo. Okay.
You'll want to mute your program while you're making your comment.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Hi, I am a representative. Well, I live in Davenport, and this is like my first commission meeting, and just seeing the unprofessionalness of what was going on today, from not knowing how to do things on the computer, things that should have been figured out before the meeting, wasting like 45 minutes trying to approve something before even doing anything, and now you're talking about nothing. I just wanted to voice my frustration because I'm frustrated as well. I live in Davenport and I see that you guys didn't even do anything today. It's disappointing. I see the frustration of everyone else here. If you guys think you guys are really actually doing the community a service, you're not, because you haven't did anything. So I just want to let you guys know that I am all very disappointed in all of you guys. And I hope that we can do better. Incremental change sucks, but I mean, if that's the only thing that you guys are good at doing, then I think that you should try to do something. We shouldn't spend 45 minutes talking about something that's already on your website that you guys can look up after you guys get done with this meeting. It hasn't been helpful for anyone in the community, and you guys really need to know that and understand that what you're doing is detrimental to our society. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could you tell us your name, because your window only identifies you as iPhone. So for the record, we need to have your name.
My name is Anita
Anita,
Glenn. I live on the west end of Davenport, so I do live here in Davenport.
Anybody else? I don't see anybody raising their hands, so.
I don't see anybody else on this end of the computer either.
Okay. So we need to go to closed session.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
Thank
stop
you.
the recording when you guys are ready. I'll move you guys into the room and then Jenny,
okay.
you'll take over recording.
Before we do that, though, we have to have someone make a motion to go into a closed session.
Okay.
So if someone can make that motion, then I can.
That's
Second.
Mike,
Okay, Michael Guster
Mike and Janelle.
and Janelle, okay.
And everybody in favor to move to a closed session?
It's 1:22. Okay, do you want me to read that paragraph then for the? Okay, at 1:22 pursuant to Iowa Code Section 21.5F and upon motion by Commissioner Guster, seconded by Commissioner Swanberg, and with all commissioners voting aye, the commissioner will move into closed session.
Okay.
So do we all approve?
Aye.
Yes,
Aye.
okay. Anybody opposed? I don't think so.
Okay,
So I think we're ready to move to closed session.
okay.
or in the room.
Go to close.
Pecora,
Here.
Commissioner Swanberg,
Here.
and Commissioner Transu here. We're all back.
All right. And then don't you have to read a statement?
Yes. Okay, our statement is, we affirm the ALJ's decision that the Davenport Civil Rights Commission does not have jurisdiction in this case, but we do encourage the plaintiff to pursue other legal avenues under the ADA.
I move that motion.
Yes.
Have to call
And
the vote.
I'll second, yes.
yeah, I don't know, are we having different people make the motion in second? And,
Well, yeah, yes, that's fine, just,
okay,
just as long as it's made and seconded,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then we need to,
to do a roll call vote again.
yeah.
okay. Now, this is a vote on that statement. Commissioner Boyd,
No.
Commissioner Guster,
No.
Commissioner Carp,
Yes,
Commissioner Batimana,
Yes.
Commissioner Pecora,
Yes.
Commissioner Swanberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Transu, yes. So 5 yeses and 2 nos, the motion passed.
Is next. All right. What's next here? Oh,
adjourn, next meeting.
it says adjourned, but I just wanted to make sure that we have everything that we need for next month's agenda.
I think the only thing is the financial report, but I think we've certainly done that to death, so
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be there.
I move
Alright.
we adjourn.
Okay. Any second?
Second.
All right.
Okay,
So everybody in favor to adjourn at 2:01, say aye.
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 Okay. You guys have a good rest of the week.
Yeah, good day all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.